Hi Lucy.
Hi Angel.
You ready for your appointment?
I am indeed.
I'll find you on the system. Well, back in Barbers. The treatments that we do here is obviously pet grooming, so nail clipping, and obviously the coat clip, the condition, and some of my customers have aromatherapy treatments as well. We also do Reiki. I do some massage for dogs as well. We play with dogs all day and get paid for it. Don't we? Yes. She's lovely little things.
Yeah, I'm going to just go over.
Paris Hilton's got a lot to answer for her. And you can't get too angry at the woman because she's crazy about her dogs. She loves her dogs and she's a good dog owner, and you know, but what she's caused is people going out and buying handbags first and then going to fit the dog into the handbag.
Face, do what you want with the face.
And so,
Alright.
but even like last Christmas, they were sending coats with the dogs and little suits, and I had to groom the dog to make sure that it fitted perfectly, and I'm very anti that. And some of them I just sent back saying I'm not doing it. Lucy's one of our more colourful clients. We love Lucy. She's crazy about her dogs.
They are addictive. I want more.
And she makes us crazy about her dogs, just being crazy about her dogs.
That's Molly's rain mat from Angel. Molly doesn't enjoy being dressed up, so she only has practical coats to keep her warm. And then Frank obviously is a boy and would look ridiculous in a bow. Kind of spend more on them than I do on myself. Lots of treats and toys for them, new bedding, whatever I fancy really. And my makeup has suffered as a consequence of these two, but it's all good. I have always wanted the best for my dogs, and if that means going, you know, having a luxury dog groomer once a month, then, you know, I'm happy to miss out on my own little luxuries.
We have a few potty customers, but a good range of customers, but mostly loyal and, more importantly, friendly.
He's come home with plastic mats for them, t-shirts for them, coats for them, hats for them, all sorts of things. But he tried ribbons, all sorts. Whatever he puts on them, they don't like. So there's no way that they're ever going to wear them. But he does keep buying things to try.
From the shop, she's got her brand new red bow in her hair. And she's got a squeaky toy because the last squeaky toy has lost its squeak. She's had the full works today. But Maltese really are quite high maintenance, so every month she does tend to need that anyway.
You alright? Yeah. It's the giving of the gift, isn't it? When you give something, you get enjoyment out of giving it. Okay, some of it's extravagant. I know people that have built on houses onto the side of houses for their dogs, and I think that borders on extravagant, especially when there's so much poverty in the world. But there's a fine line, and I think people are generally up against that, and they want the best for the dog. Once they start going on to sign of like real diamonds and collars, then I think it probably is extravagant. Well, I think that's a small proportion of society. People's reasons for having dogs. I think probably the biggest thing is companionship and substitute children.
Getting a dog in the first place for me was pretty spontaneous. I decided that I really, really wanted the company. My boyfriend works a lot of late nights, he's a graphic designer, and sometimes he'll be in the office until 2 in the morning. The dog becomes part of the family and they stop becoming a dog and start, well, for some people like me perhaps, they start becoming a bit like a child. They are literally the best thing that's ever happened to me. I absolutely adore them, and I have been put in some really uncomfortable positions with members of my family and close friends and even my boyfriend, where I've been asked if I had to choose between them and the dogs who I would choose, and I've not been able to say, because in my heart I think I know it might be the dogs.
I have had 2 babies and they're grown up, but she is just my companion. She's my friend. I don't actually treat her like a baby, because that's the problem, but she is sweet enough to carry around and enjoy her like a baby, but no, she's not my baby. No, she's my dog. Every day she'll do something that makes you laugh, and sometimes that's all it needs, just to have a little giggle.
We've had Lulu now for 4 years. She was a Christmas present off Paul to me. But she's quite a little madam. She tells us when she wants to go out. She tells us when she wants feeding. She shouts at us if we don't do it. So we have to do what we're instructed to do by her. She runs the house basically.
Yeah.
We love them to death. We treat them like babies.
Yeah.
And they are our babies. As a gay couple, that kind of ends up what happens, really, isn't it?
And for the money you spend on them, I mean, if we had bloody kids, if we had kids, we'd spend an awful lot every week on them, and they do need pampering, and that's our job. They can't do it themselves. We have to look after them. Yeah.
Thank you.
That's great. She's just a little bit overweight. Don't be giving her any more treats unless you already need carrots. Okay, fantastic.
Carrots and ice cubes.
I mean, at this stage, I'm not worried because she's not put any more on. Do I have a dog? Yes, Duke. Mr. Duke, aka Duke. He's a staff crossed Doberman, and he's the most beautiful dog in the whole world, and the best dog. He's a good boy. Eh? He's a boy. Yes. Come on. I suppose that, you know, I preach to people about their dogs being dogs, but I don't do any of that. He's like my son, really. You know, I break all the rules when it comes to my own dog. I look at it as this is the dog, this is the owner, this is the relationship. This relationship is only going to last for a certain amount of years, because unfortunately the dogs, you know, they don't last as long as we'd like them to last. It's best that they have the best life, and they're living life to the full. A dog gives you unconditional love. Unconditional.